So thank you TEDxSonaCollege and thank you TEDx for inviting me here. Good afternoon. No level 10 game or whatever you talked about. We're still at 5, but I'm okay with 5 because I'm a level 5 guy. So a lot of interesting speakers here. So I'm like the 7th speaker, and I feel like the 7th husband of Elizabeth Taylor. When they got married on the wedding night, the husband told her that I know exactly what to do, but I don't know how to make it interesting. So bear with me while I go on ranting about nonsensical stuff. Yeah? Oh, see? Oh, I killed all the suspense. Okay, so I'm going to talk about obsession, addiction, and basically hobbies which are taken up to a different level, right? So I'm an engineer first. Okay, let me tell you something about myself if she missed out something. I'm an engineer. Then I did my management from India, Gurgaon. I worked with Siemens Power and American Express for a bit. And now I run my own publishing company, right? So basically I publish very bad books. Since I'm an engineer, I know what most of you go through. So let's take a little journey down memory lane. You're probably a very smart kid. You scored good in physics, chemistry, maths. Your parents thought that you could be an engineer. And anyway, there are just two careers to be made, right? One is doctors, one is engineers. For being a doctor, you have to study 20 years. So being a doctor is a little difficult, so we choose engineering. I did the same, right? Then we slogged for two years, and we gave many entrance examinations. Some of them got through IIT, some of them got through good colleges such as yours. Others went to bad colleges such as mine, DC. Yeah, so our futures were set. We could imagine ourselves as the next Narayan Murthys or Enzino Ferraris, and we could imagine ourselves, making big cars or computer programs and stuff like that. But it wasn't quite so, right? Few months into engineering college, you know that the engineering course can be condensed into 2 years. If you study more than 1 week for entrance exam for your these whatever examinations you have in engineering college, I don't give many. The thing is that if you study more, either you're incredibly nerdy or you're incredibly dumb, right? So I never really thought that engineering put a lot of stress on you and it really tested you. So you guys have a lot of time in your hands, and don't try to fool me because I slept 14 hours a day during my engineering days. So you must be of different branches, mechanical, electrical, electronics, but you know that it's not going to matter because all of you are going to TCS. No offense, I had a job at TCS too. So the thing is that you'll be one of those 40,000 people that they recruit every year, right? You'll have the same kind of life, you'll have the same cubicle, you'll write the same lines of code. Most of you won't have girlfriends because girls your age will be marrying your seniors. They'll have more money, right? So the thing is that you're almost screwed, right? This is what you're going to look like. At 27, you'll be fat and you'll be bored. And that's the time when you'll make your next mistake. You'll get married. But you will not realize that mistake for at least the first 2 months because you'll wake up with a stupid grin on your face for the next 2 months. For obvious reasons.
You're married?
So the thing is, after 2 months, you get into a new routine, which in all probability will be worse than the previous one because there'll be a nagging wife or a nagging husband. So the thing is, and after 2 years, you'll make the next mistake, you'll have a kid. For people who have kids, I'm sorry for them, but I don't like kids. Till the time they actually play cricket with you, I don't see the point of having kids. Right? So that is your life. That is what your life is going to be, unless you're a very boring person, right? You will live your life from weekend to weekend. Mondays will always be a big pain for you. By the time it's Wednesday, you'll start counting your days to the next Friday. A lot of people don't get to do the jobs that they really love. There is space for 1 lakh IT engineers. There isn't space for 1 lakh writers. Thank God for that. So the thing is that you might not do what you love, but after 6 o'clock every day, it's your life. If you're depressed after 6 o'clock, it's your fault. Stop living your life as if it will start on Friday evening, right? And that. Trust me, I'm 21, but all my friends are 26, 27. They're working. Did you believe that?
No, man.
Shit. Okay. In any case, they're all 27, they're all 26, and they have nothing to do in life. They come back home and all they do is crib about their bosses, because when they were in their engineering colleges or their management colleges, they did not take out the time to find something that they would like to do in their free time. It's their fault. Okay, I'll give you an example here. A friend of mine, he was in Delhi College of Engineering, then he went to Indore and he studied finance. Then he joined an IT company, right? And IT companies, they're not very hard taskmasters, right? If one or two people get missing, nobody will notice. So the thing is that he started working and he was always stressed out about work. It was a clear 9 to 5:30 job, and he was clearly very stressed. 3 months later he started to think about quitting, but he had absolutely nothing else to do, because the only thing that he had done was clear entrance examinations, right? After 7 months, he had his first nervous breakdown. And nervous breakdowns, you have to be a sissy to have a nervous breakdown in an IT company, right? So the doctor told him that go join a gym. He did that. For the first 3 months, reluctantly, he started going to the gym and on and off. But after that, he started getting the hang of it. In the next 7 months, he was a regular at gym. He used to work out 3 hours a day. In the 10th month, he was on the Men's Health cover with, I don't know, maybe 20 abs. and he was extremely happy, and believe you me, at this point in time he has 2 jobs. One that ends at 6 o'clock, and then he works as a fitness instructor every day. And he has never been happier. He says that every day when I leave my office at 6 o'clock, it's like a new life for me starts. No matter what happens from 9 to 6 in the evening, it does not matter anymore, because I'm not an IT guy anymore, right? I'm a sexy guy. That's how he puts it. He's cocky, he's Punjabi. What is this? Yeah. So I watch a lot of sitcoms. Every engineer does that, right? So these are 3 people that I am hugely inspired from. Dr. House, obsessed with medical mysteries. Sherlock, obsessed with detective stuff. Barney Stinson, obsessed with... Nobody watches How I Met Your Mother? Yeah. So he's obsessed with something. And very successful at it. So all these people are not only successful at the job they do, but they're also successful at things they do in their spare time. So we got to learn from them. Yes, they're fictional, they're glorified, but you have to find something that you can do in your spare time. You might not be good at it. You might not have to do it in front of people, but at least you can pass your time. At least it will be a stress buster for you. Take me for example. I write bad books, right? But I do it with a certain obsession, with a certain addiction, right? I cannot go to sleep unless I write 5,000 grammatically incorrect words every day. Like, I still have dreams where I write a book with a baseless plot and it still goes on to sell 1 million copies. I live for that dream. I have a million critics, people who tell me that, Durjoy, you sell because you have a dimple. You sell because you write a lot of sex. You sell because, I don't know, because your books sell for $100. But they're not ready to believe that I can actually write. But the thing is that I don't give heed to those critics, because I sell, that's a different part of me. I'm a best-selling author. I never intended to be a best-selling author. I intended to write. I intended to spend 3 hours a day doing something that I really like to do. So these are 2 different parts of me. I intend to write. That is why I'm a best-selling author. As Nikita said, what you love should also earn you something, right? But what you love is probably the thing that you do the best. And eventually it will give you something in terms of money. Or in Barney Stinson's case, in terms of birds. Okay, now it's very difficult to find something that you really like to do. So try all these cliches. There's a reason they're cliches, because they're very addictive. I have tried every one of them at least thrice. Right? So play the guitar. It's an easy choice. What do you lose if you're an engineering student and you start playing the guitar? You learn to play an instrument. You can look cool. Your Facebook album will be great, and you'll get girls. If you go to the gym, you start looking like him, or more or less. You might find yourself on the cover of Men's Health. I don't see how sleeping in your room for 14 hours a day is better than doing this, right? DJing, bike stunts, okay, don't kill yourself by doing that. Paid. See, in Preeti's case, she does like 20 things in a day. Now where she will never feel stressful in her life, right? Because if she does one thing, she has other thing to bust her stress from, right? So the whole idea is to not be, this wants me to shut up. So the whole idea is add more dimensions to your personality. You're not supposed to be an IT engineer for the rest of your life. You're not supposed to be a management guy for the rest of your life. You should not be known by the fact that you are a management graduate and you work here and you have 3 kids. There should be much more to your identity. Find something that you, even if somebody describes you as this guy works in this company, but please do not call him to your party because he gets really drunk and he dances. That is a complete identity. I don't believe it's an identity that, this guy works here and he drives a big car. I don't think that serves any purpose, right? So, and see, everybody has to, here you can answer a question for yourself. Everybody fills a CV, right? The last column says hobbies. How many of you lie in that column? I used to lie in that column. I used to write cooking because in all probability my interviewer would be a guy and he would not know anything about cooking. So I used to write cooking. so try finding that one thing that you might love doing and it will not come to you. Try a million different things and you might find one, right? That's the thought I'll leave you with. And that's the most important slide. I hope you're taking notes. Thank you.
So finally, half an hour earlier than we expected, we've come to the end of the show. We've done with all speakers. I'm sorry to inform you that Mr. Arunachal Muruganandam was one of our speakers, but unfortunately he could not turn up. He had been to London to receive an award, and I had called him last 2 days back, so he agreed he would come up, but then from yesterday night I have no contacts with him, so I'm sorry for that. Well, I guess I can finally breathe easily now, normally, after all these days of work, finally it's been through. And now I'm fine. Okay, we had a wonderful set of speakers today. I would like to thank all our speakers for accepting our invitation and graciously showing up. We learned a lot of lessons today, from the speakers. One was about engineering, the last one from Durjoy, about following your dreams from Nikita, and how to cope with the loss of someone and then go ahead in life from Preeti. And we had an F1 race from Ranbir Kapoor, sir. And 2 NGOs came up and spread their word, and a nice Tamil speech from Mr. Pasupatnathan. So, and then I would like to thank our college management for being very supportive and providing us all the support we have needed. I would like to thank my team of organizers who have been great and working day in and day out. I would like to thank the family of an organizer, Maitri and Shah, who has been of immense support for us throughout the event. And I would like to thank all the guests for turning up today, for purchasing the tickets and coming up for the show and making it a big success. And finally, I would like to thank all our sponsors, Durjoy College of Technology, Mukesh and Associates, Shavkas Trading, Sambandham Spinning Mills, SD Plywoods, TV and Health Products, Sri Ranga Steel, Fitness One and Domino's for their coupons and the monetary support. Thank you so much. We have refreshments outside for you, small refreshments, and you can have that and leave. And we also have goodie bags. You can collect them from while leaving. Please submit the feedback forms given to you as well. Thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed the show and it's been a success. If so, please give a big round of applause. Thank you. there's just one, we haven't considered Mayank actually on stage, so I'd like him to come up on stage and receive a memento. I'd like to request our Dean of CSE, Ms. Dr. Usha ma'am, to come up and give a memento to us.
This is